Your phone just snitched on you to the FBI. And they paid for it. Not with a warrant, not with a judge's approval. They just bought it, like buying a subscription to Netflix. Right now, the FBI has access to a database showing everywhere you've been, every coffee shop, every protest, every late-night trip you'd rather keep private. They know, and they just admitted it. But here's the part that should terrify you. They have no intention of stopping. The FBI confirmed in January 2025 that they've been purchasing location data from commercial data brokers, the same brokers who sell to advertisers, the same data that tracks you through your phone's apps. No warrant, no probable cause, no Fourth Amendment protections, just a credit card and a contract. Senator Ron Wyden forced this admission after years of pushing. The FBI finally confessed, yes, we buy American citizens' location data. Yes, we use it in investigations. And no, we don't plan to stop. But here's what nobody is talking about, how this is even legal in the first place. There's a loophole, a massive one, and it's swallowing your privacy whole. In 2018, the Supreme Court ruled in Carpenter v. United States that police need a warrant to track your phone through cell towers. That case seemed like a win for privacy. It established that your location data is protected by the Fourth Amendment. But there's a catch. That ruling only applies when the government collects the data themselves, when they go directly to your phone company and demand your records. Nobody thought about what happens if they just buy it instead. Data brokers have been harvesting your location for years. Every time you open a weather app, every time you play a mobile game, every time you check social media on your phone, these apps request location permission. You click allow without thinking, and suddenly your exact coordinates are being logged dozens of times per day. The apps sell this data to brokers. The brokers package it up, and then they sell it to anyone with a budget, including the FBI. The FBI argues this is no different than buying a magazine or hiring a private investigator. The data is commercially available. Anyone can buy it. So why shouldn't law enforcement? Here's why. When Starbucks buys your location data, they want to send you a coupon. When the FBI buys it, they're building a case that could put you in prison. Those are not the same thing. Senator Wyden put it perfectly. The government should not be funding an industry whose flagrant violations of Americans' privacy are not in doubt. But funding it is exactly what they're doing. The FBI, the IRS, the DEA, Customs and Border Protection, they've all purchased location data. Multiple agencies, multiple years, millions of dollars. Your privacy is a product, and business is booming. Here's what the FBI actually buys. Location data that shows where you've been over weeks or months, aggregated movement patterns, visits to specific locations like churches, medical clinics, or political rallies. They can see if you attended a protest, if you visited a gun store, if you went to a mosque or a therapist's office. They can track you backwards in time. If they're investigating something that happened 3 months ago, they can purchase data showing who was near that location. And here's the truly insane part. The data isn't anonymized. Not really. Sure, it doesn't have your name attached, but it has your phone's advertising ID. And with just a little work, they can connect that ID to you. If your phone goes to your home address every night and your workplace every day, it's not exactly a mystery whose phone it is. The FBI claims they're following the rules. They say they have internal policies about when and how to use purchased data, but they won't tell anyone what those policies are. They're classified. So we're supposed to trust that the FBI is policing itself with secret rules that nobody can review. Here's what this means for you. Right now, your location data is sitting in a database somewhere. You didn't consent to it being there in a way that matters. You clicked through a terms of service agreement that you didn't read while installing a free flashlight app. That data can be purchased by anyone with enough money. Private investigators, stalkers, foreign governments, and yes, your own government. Without a warrant, without oversight, without you ever knowing. The FBI has essentially found a way to conduct mass surveillance while outsourcing the actual collection to private companies. They've privatized the violation of your Fourth Amendment rights, and the Supreme Court hasn't caught up yet. There's a bill that could fix this. The Fourth Amendment is not for sale act. It would ban government agencies from purchasing data that they'd need a warrant to collect themselves. Simple. logical, common sense. It's been introduced multiple times. Both Democrats and Republicans support it, and it keeps dying in committee. Meanwhile, the data collection gets worse every year. Companies are now tracking you through your car, through your smart TV, through fitness trackers and smart home devices. Every device you connect to the internet is potentially a tracking device, and all that data flows to brokers, who will sell it to anyone. The FBI insists this is about catching criminals, terrorists, drug traffickers, threats to national security. But they won't say how many times they've used purchased location data. They won't say how effective it's been. They won't release any metrics whatsoever. Just, trust us. We need this for your safety. Here's the question nobody in power wants to answer. If this data is so dangerous in the hands of criminals and foreign adversaries that we need to worry about it, why is it legal for companies to collect and sell it in the first place? Either location data is sensitive enough to require protection, or it isn't. You can't have it both ways. The FBI's position is essentially this. Your privacy died the moment you installed TikTok. Now we're just picking through the corpse, and unless something changes, they're right. So here's what you need to know. Your location is being tracked constantly. That data is being sold, and the FBI is buying it to investigate Americans without warrants. They've admitted it, they've defended it, and they're not stopping. The only question now is whether enough people care to force the law to catch up with reality. Because right now, the Fourth Amendment has a price tag. And it's a lot cheaper than you'd think. If you want to protect yourself, turn off location services for any app that doesn't absolutely need it. Check your phone's privacy settings right now. You'll be shocked how many apps have access to your precise location. But know this, even if you turn everything off, you're still being tracked through other means. Cell towers, Wi-Fi networks, Bluetooth beacons in stores. Your phone is a tracking device that occasionally makes calls. The FBI knows it, data brokers know it, advertisers know it. The only people who don't seem to know it are the lawmakers who could actually do something about it. So drop a comment right now. Should the FBI need a warrant to buy your location data, or is this just modern law enforcement? And if you're not already subscribed, hit that button, because this story isn't over. Not by a long shot. The surveillance state doesn't announce itself with jackboots and dystopian pronouncements. It arrives when you click I accept on terms and conditions you never read. And it's already here.